Howdy folks, I am Ruzkiel and welcome back to Let's Play Zelda Ocarina of Time Randomizer. This session is still the May 19th session, technically, even though we're starting to get pretty close to May 20th. And I really should be going to bed and getting ready for work, but, you know, I'm just a... hello? I didn't realize I was that far away. But I'm just a big old man-child. In this one, we're going to finish up Jabu Jabu. And I'm still really sour that I wasn't able to finish up the Fire Temple. So, there's our compass. I guess I can check to see if there's anything... Well, okay, so there is one more chest that I can get, so that's good. And now that I have the power of tentacle cutting, which is what every anime hero should have. Oh, this room. This room's not too bad because of the power of my nuts. 2 nuts, and you're done. If I was able to do it in one, I definitely would have made a like all my first dates joke. God, I can't even say those right. Man, I'm terrible at this. Oh, it's just the map. Well, bummer. I guess it had to be one thing or the other. So I guess that means the boss is going to give us something. Now, whether that something will be of any significant use is another question entirely. Alright, so this should have a bunch of... No, it doesn't have a bunch of jellyfish in it. Okay, well, anyway, this will unlock the way to the last room I think these are supposed to be like the intestines of Jabu Jabu? At least that's the sense that I get based on their structure. Which, when you think about it, makes this whole sequence way more disgusting now that I'm actually thinking about it aloud. Because it makes you go, what exactly are those tentacles? And if you're in the intestines, yeah, that's kind of a disgusting thought that I hadn't had before. I almost had like pro-level maneuverability there. But alas, I lost it at the last Z target. At least I'm picking up... Whoa, that was a weird boomerang throw there. I threw it and then he seemed to catch it almost immediately. Alright, so this gets us into the last half of Jabu Jabu, which is nice. We can get out of this disgusting area. Oh, and I think part of the reason why I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be intestines is those hallways and floors move you along in a predetermined direction. Alright, don't care about any of the Skulltulas because I already have all my Skulltulas that I need. This guy. Version 4.0, and we still need this cutscene, surprisingly. I am surprised. Like, I can see maybe needing... There's gotta be a way that they can cut that one out, which maybe they haven't figured out, or maybe there is no way to do it. Another thing that I found out from ZFG is that the programmers and designers really liked Ruto for whatever reason. Hit me! Hit me! Now turn around. I love wrecking this thing so fast. It's so worth it. God, that thing barely has a chance when you do it that way. I'm not, you know what, I shouldn't even be that generous. I should say it just doesn't even have a chance. Barely has a chance to be on a screen when you do it that way. Alright, this damn room. These Octoroks, for whatever reason, give me trouble constantly. Okay, That was unexpected. I didn't Z-target it like I expected to, but I was still able to point in the proper direction, throw it, and hit the guy. So all the while in kind of a weird camera mode. So that was interesting. So yeah, I mean, you guys saw what I did to the Octorok. Now, whether anyone actually understood what just happened is another thing entirely. I'm sure most of you probably. I'm sure most of you, if anyone watches this, actually understands what's going on. But for anyone who might be like a little more casual or a little less, who doesn't have as much intimate knowledge of the game, what I did was I caused him to. I intentionally let him hit me as fast as he could, so that way his AI would tell him to turn around and go the opposite direction. At which point he was within almost immediate striking distance for me to just stun him with the boomerang. That was close. And then do a jump strike with the Deku Stick, which causes him to just straight up get one-shotted. So that's fun. I'm not going to drop down because I'll get struck by the Skulltula if I do that. And I don't want to lose life in such a stupid way. I want my Deku Nuts again, because that makes this fight so much better. Like I said, Deku Nuts absolutely ruin Jabu Jabu. It's great, and I love it. Okay, so this is kind of the last boss we can do right away. Unless the game really does expect me to do Volvagia in a time. Come on, you're not that far away. I tried... Really? What the heck? What the heck are you doing? I've never seen you... This is not going well, is it? Okay. No, this is not going well. And if there's a technique for sneaking the boomerang in there, I'd really love to know that. Otherwise, for me, it's just a matter of RNG and luck, which obviously I have none of. But once you get them, they're close enough. But once you can manage to stun them, all of the jellyfish are close enough that you can just Deku Nut all of them if you aim for the center of the body. Oh, yeah. Anything else? I mean, this is pretty stock and trade Baronite fight right here. I've always been fascinated by Baronite's death scene, because you're killed by pimples. Death by exploding pimples. Oh, 50 rupees. That's not a good sign. That's the sign of a path that is not required. So, what will that get us here? I mean, it's got to be something we can use. Okay, so it's the Goron's Ruby. So that gets us the Ocarina of Time and the Song of Time. So it gets us a couple things. And I'll probably... Yeah, I should have enough time to do that in this particular session. So I think what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and meet you guys at the Hyrule Castle drawbridge for our cutscene. So I will see you then. Oh, you know what I just realized? In that Volvagia fight, if I just bring a bunch of fairies, that should buy me enough time to actually finish the fight. So maybe I'll just have to do that next time I go to being an adult. Alright, so we got, or at least we should have, a piece of heart. That's not what I wanted to see. Will the Song of Time get us something good? I don't know. I'm really starting to run out of ideas, and that's not a good thing. We get another piece of heart. Alright. Alright, well, I have a couple things in mind, but I'm not crazy about my chances with them. There are two things that I can think of mind to do when it comes to being an adult. One is to go do the fishing as an adult, because that's still technically, because now that is open to me, now that I've planted the bean, I can go do that. But I'm not loving my chances with it. Second is, like I just said, get some fairies and go do the Volvagia fight again. But I'm not sure about that either. Man, I was really hoping Jabu Jabu's medallion would have gotten me the progress that I needed. Whew, okay. So I will meet you over at the fishing pond as an adult, and we will continue our struggle for the light arrows. Didn't even need the bean. Typical. I should have known there was a scarecrow there, because he's kind of like the perfect test once you first get the scarecrow song. Alright. Time to get pissed at some more fish. Woohoo! Come on. There's not even anything really good to talk about in this place. I mean, granted, I guess I do have the Song of Storms to keep me company. Really? That is not the time to be doing this, computer. That was really not the time. Man, this fish is so big it even mucks up the machine. That's how gargantuan and legendary this fish is. It is. The stowfish. Because Lord knows someone fought like tooth and nail to get one of those things. No, I'm not losing this fish. I'm not losing this fish at this time. Come here, you little son of a... Gotcha. Alright. So, fish acquired. Is that going to do it? That is the question. Probably not, though. I have not had great luck with this so far. Well, could have used that a fight or two ago. Alright, so... I guess that leaves... Yeah. I guess that leaves, Volvagia there. Without the fire tunic. After that, I'm not entirely sure. Alright. We are back for Volvagia Round 2. A fiery Boogaloo. Can't be electric Boogaloo because that's not the elemental here. So, we will see if we can manage to get this guy taken down in 2 minutes. I'd really love for that to be the case. If not, I am loaded up. I am loaded for bear with 3 fairies plus the Bigorn sword. I don't know how much the Bigorn sword will actually help, but regardless, we have it. So one thing that I actually thought about was mental and personality quirks. and whether anyone has any like stories with that. So, for instance, I always wonder to myself if maybe I'm kind of like almost screwed up in such a way because I'm friendly with people, but I don't know for certain if I can call. I don't know if I have friends in the same way that other people have friends. Because I don't really go and hang out with anyone. I don't really go to events or anything like that with people. And to be fair, they also generally kind of don't invite me along. And part of it, I think part of it has to do with differences in hobbies. I mean, for instance, frequently people will go to. Oh, you would. You know what? I'm not letting you get away with that though. 2 minutes. 2 minutes was enough if you had the big orange sword. For instance, they'll often go to like beer gardens or wine tastings. Sometimes they'll just go drinking. Let's see what else. Sports games. That's another generally pretty popular one. But a lot of the time, I'm in the camp that doesn't love that kind of stuff too much. Still on a time limit. Nice. And there's the compass. So can I check? I can check this real quick. Okay. Yes, this place is done. I even got all the Skulltulas? Weird. Okay. But so I'm always like, I don't really feel like going to anything like that, and it makes me wonder if maybe I don't form friendships and relationships the same way that normal people do. And part of me is always like a little freaked out by that thought. Okay, so Fire Temple's done. That gets me the Spirit Medallion, so I can go get the Light Arrow cutscene. But I actually have to well, you know what? I'll just save Warp there. That saves that. We'll see what that is, and then we'll probably call it an episode. But I wonder if anyone else has like stories or thoughts similar to that, or along the same thought lines. That's not what I wanted to see. Okay, we are in trouble because I'm out of ideas, and that's not a joke. That's seriously freaking me out. So, on this happy note of dysfunctional relationships and being at a complete loss and stuck at an unfortunate wall, we're gonna end it here. In the next one, we'll continue our hunt somewhere with something. God help us all. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Farewell.